Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is bowl season here in Tecmo Owners League as we all eagerly anticipate the championship game coming up in a couple of weeks between the D-Men Tap Gamers and the Logs. The Logs went on a hell of a run. They have to be feeling pretty good about themselves. It's probably the only team that D-Men Tap might be a little afraid of. So the Logs have been doing nothing but rolling off upset after upset after upset. Squeaked into the playoffs at 9-7 and somehow find themselves in the championship game. But we got to fill the time somehow because it's roughly 2 weeks from now until the actual championship game. So it's bowl time for us, folks. And that's what we're going to do. We've got a game between the Eternia All-Stars versus the early Aughts Armada in the Savanah Log Bowl. This will be quite the matchup. Raj, owner of TFO, will take on the measuring stick Mike Petrosic. This would be a good game, whether it was in the preseason tournament, regular season playoffs, or a bowl game. So I'm excited for this one. We're going to jump right into it now. And it looks like they're just going to go right into a coin flip. So no conditions or anything like that. Gonna turn down my personal volume. Highly unprofessional. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like the Eternia All-Stars are gonna return the kick. And it'll be a modest... Oh, he breaks a hell of a tackle after about a 3-second grapple, and he's still going, crossing midfield, getting to the 48-yard line. Here we go now. 1st and 10, starting in Armada territory for wideouts. He finds a wide-open receiver. The defensive back will chase him down, but he'll get inside the 10 before he does. Same play, looks like. He's got 2 open receivers. Finds one of them for a touchdown, and boy, the Eternia All-Stars made short work of that early Aughts Armada defense. Barely taking half a minute off the clock. Oh, but that extra point is blocked. And as we've seen so many times this past couple of seasons, extra points matter. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt Mike. And the Armada get a hell of a return themselves. Didn't quite cross midfield, but got close. Shotgun formation. This is how we're starting for the early Aughts Armada. Throws into coverage, and it's picked off. Terrible start for the Armada. And this is small penance for Mike Petrosic's Eternia All-Stars. Before the season, was considered one of the top 3 or 4 teams to win the championship game this year. I've had a chance to talk to Mike over the past week or so. He is dejected. He is demoralized. He no longer considers himself the measuring stick. He's just the stick. But right now, silver lining, they are making mincemeat out of the early Aughts Armada defense. And on the first offensive play of the game for Eternia, for the Armada, the Eternia pick it off. It looks like the Armada defense is picking it up a little bit now. A couple of good defensive efforts in a row. The Armada are looking for an open receiver. They find one easily. Another touchdown for the Eternia All-Stars. Trap jaw from Lord Skeletor. So it'll be interesting, folks. It'll be interesting to see if Mike just blows this thing up. Try something completely brand new next season. I wonder if the one-hit wonders will make their triumphant return. Oh, there was what could have been another terrible break for the Armada early in the game, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Tries to run it up the middle, gets nowhere. Offset I formation now. Line's holding up pretty good. All the receivers made it through their routes. Who's he going to throw to? And with a JJ reception, that could have been another pick. The wide receiver bailed out the quarterback on that play. I believe the quarterback is Baja Blast. Oh my goodness. Everything is just turning up roses for the All-Stars. 50, 40, 30. Oh, not quite to the 20. My goodness, this first quarter has been an avalanche of errors on the Armada's part. Knocked away there. Knocked the pass away. They are definitely in field goal range at this point, but it wouldn't be an easy one by any means. Gordita Crunch makes it in there. And a handoff straight up the middle. Interesting play call on 3rd and 15. So this will be a long field goal attempt. It looks good to me. And it is off the post. 16-0. Eternia All-Stars off to a 3-score lead. Hot off the bat here. It's time for the Armada to get their shit together. Here we go. Baja Blast takes the snap from center in shotgun formation. He's got a wide open receiver up top. If he can find him, he does barely. The receiver bails him out much the same way Eternia's receiver did. And that'll be a huge game, folks. Gain of about 55. They're well into the red zone now. And he's got one wide open receiver about midway down the field, just past the goal line, and chooses not to throw to him. Baja Blast is not on his game today. Finds the touchdown anyways. Windows XP takes it in from Baja Blast. Maybe that's a sign that they're starting to get into their groove. 16-7. Headed into the second quarter. No shortage of scoring there. Crosses the 30, 35, 40, 45. Boy, that return game is on point for this bowl game for Petrosik's Eternia All-Stars. Ooh, the luck pendulum may be shifting. A short little toss play into the flat was picked off by a linebacker who was in excellent position to make a play. And the early Aughts Armada, as they've been known to do all season, are slowly turning this all around. Oh, line held up for a little while, but Prince Adam shucked off his blocker and was able to sack the quarterback just in the nick of time. Looks like the same thing might happen again, except for with man at arms. That's 2 sacks in a row. 3rd down and extremely long. Baja Blast has had a terrible start to this game, and you have to think, there's another sack by Prince Adam. You have to think that he is a little hesitant, a little reluctant to make any decisions. And unfortunately, after a great turn of events in favor of the Armada, they take 3 sacks in a row and punt it right back to the Eternia All-Stars, who take it after a touchback at their own 20. Gets the pass off just in time, but it's out of the reach of the receiver there. Same play, it looks like. Who's he going to throw to? Oh, Santa Fe Chalupa gets there just in time. And now the defensive lines are really starting to show up on both sides of the both defenses of the Armada and the All-Stars. Now it's the All-Stars' turn to punt it away. LimeWire takes it from his own 21. Wow, nice block there by the initial blocker there. Uh-oh, LimeWire goes down. Torrent LimeWire is injured, folks, and that's kind of a big deal, although the kick returner is Amp, who is very good in his own right. Looks like he'll just take over punt return duties as well. And a handoff off the right tackle. There hasn't been much running in this game so far. Certainly not any successful running. Run straight up the middle. Wow. Looked like he was going to break that for a long one. Turns out to be about a 9-yard gain and more than enough for a first. Shotgun play here. This is a play where he threw a pick earlier. This time he makes the right decision. Throws short to Taco, who's going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. El Taco. Who'da thunk it, folks? El Taco running it in there. Quarterback dumps it off to him in desperation, and he takes it the whole way. And speaking of extra points, folks, each team now has a blocked extra point. Very modest return there by the All-Stars, and they'll start off with a 4 wide-out formation. We all know Petrosic prefers passing offenses, heavy passing offenses, and that's what we've seen from his team so far today. A heavy peppering of pass plays being called. Not on that one, and you can see why. Here we go. 3rd and long. He's got a wide open receiver at the top. I think he found him, folks. It's a matter of if it was accurate or not, and it wasn't. It was well over the receiver's head. Play action pass again. It's the same play. The same route is open. Is it accurate this time? It's accurate enough for a diving catch. No rack, though. And that will take them deep into Armada territory with time ticking on the first half. Play action pass. They really like this one. Throws into coverage. Defensive back just couldn't get over there soon enough, and Trapjaw will come down with, I believe, his 3rd touchdown of the game. Lord Skeletor and Trapjaw, have been one hell of a combination. And that's the 3rd missed extra point here of the first half. No matter, though, that one was a little less important because Eternia maintains a 2-score lead, 2-possession lead. And with just a few seconds left now in the first half, Whiplash will take him down for a sack. This is the big shotgun play where they could break off chunks of yards. It looks like they do have options. But now when you overthrow your receiver by that much, and that's going to give the Eternia All-Stars, oh my goodness, that is an interception for a touchdown. And that is how the half is going to end, folks. Too bad. Returns it. Pick 6. You don't see those very often in Tecmo. And the extra point is good, and my goodness. After one half, folks, 29-13 All-Stars over the Armada. Like I said earlier, it's some sort of silver lining for Petrosic's Eternia All-Stars. But I know that he is still licking his wounds from his conference championship game exit just a week ago. Short return by the Armada. Baja Blast is going to have to pull his head out of his ass if he's going to have any chance here. Hits that guy running a slant in stride. That's about a 45-yard gain, and folks, the Armada are back in business. That's how they needed to start the second half if they wanted any chance. O-line does not hold up there, and Triclops takes him down for his first sack of the game. Lots of pressure by the Eternia front. Handoff off the right tackle. Wow, making some moves. 3 or 4, 5, 6 tacklers have missed now, and they will take him down at the 3. Excellent start for the Eternia All-Stars. They are not out of this yet. If I've learned anything this season, you can never count them out. As Bobby once said about Raj, when he defeated me in a preseason tournament a couple of seasons ago, he said, Raj has been through a thing or two, so he knows a thing or two. I assume he was talking about Tecmo. But anyway, it's 29-20 We actually saw an extra point be made, which is an anomaly in this game. 29-20. Thrown across the middle, the defensive back knocks it away just in time. He was open when he threw it. Handoff off the right tackle, but the running back cuts it back between the tackles and gets a solid gain. And here we go. Lots of pressure. Quarterback throws it very quickly into coverage. It's caught anyway. Oh, wow. There was a turnover there. Excellent job by the Armada defense. That ball popped out and was recovered so quickly, I almost missed it. Off-target throw there by Baja Blast. He really needs to get into a groove here if his team has any shot. Handoff. Modest gain. 3rd and long already. Let's see how they handle it. Tons of pressure. Hit before he could even get into a passing stance. Fumbled, picked up by his teammate, who's tackled immediately. They're going to attempt a very long field goal, folks, and it's going to be close. It is good, folks, and that field goal actually makes a huge difference. That now makes it a 6-point game, a 1-possession game, with just a bit more than a quarter remaining on the clock. Lots of pressure again. Throws it. I'm not really sure who he threw that to. Went straight into the ground. Play action pass. Ooh, Gordita Crunch must be feeling pretty good this quarter. He looked untouched as he tackled the quarterback before he could get into his passing position. Short pass, dump off. Wow, big gain, making a lot of people miss. That looks like the screen pass. Oh my goodness, a run straight up the middle is just gobbled up. That might have been Gordita Crunch again. Play action fake. Gordita Crunch takes him down again. Gordita Crunch must be feeling some kind of way here in the 3rd quarter. Either good or excellent. Oh my goodness, there he is again, folks. 29-23. Eternia All-Stars will have to punt it away. They were feeling so good about themselves to start the second half. Now, not so sure. The Armada will cross the midway point in the field, get all the way down to the 32, and oh boy. The Armada knocking on the door of taking the lead. Who would have thunk it just a few minutes ago? 29-23, probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. Looking for a receiver. Does he find him? No, he doesn't. And I spoke too soon, folks. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. HB toss along the bottom sidelines. Gets inside the 20 with that. More than enough for a first down. Didn't look like much at first, but that running back with that extra second effort. Here's a play action, throwing it wildly into coverage. That was way over the receiver's head. I believe that was the running back. He faked the handoff to. He needed to wait 1 second longer for that running back to finish his route. He didn't do it. Fumble. The Armada. Then any advantages in luck the Eternia All-Stars had to start this game has completely switched. And that is how the early Aughts Armada will take the lead for the first time in this game. Excuse me. Another extra point is blocked. This game is tied. And here come the early Aughts Armada again. They really haven't done much here offensively in the second half. That has allowed the early Aughts Armada to make a swift comeback. They didn't even need much more than a quarter to make it happen. Lots of options for the quarterback. He just decides to take off with it himself, and he's going to go a long ways. Oh my goodness. Several missed tacklers allow him to get just outside the red zone. Called play here. Tons of pressure crank yankers. Makes it all the way in for a big sack on that play. There's a nice dump-off pass, and he's going to get it inside the 10. Don't count the All-Stars out yet. Nice play. Catches him straight away. Merman on a slant. It's good to see someone other than Trapjaw getting a touchdown for the All-Stars. And are we going to see an extra point here or not? No, we're not. No, we're not. So, 6-point lead for the All-Stars is still anyone's ball game. The Armada, a nice return here would go a long way, and it looks like they're going to get one. Almost to the 35-yard line, and here we go. The Armada. Handoff off the right tackle. Wow, cuts it all the way back across the field. Gets about 6. It's a good start. Clock is ticking, though. Another run play. And this one, they'll get a first down, not much more. So about 11 yards so far on this drive. Inching closer to midfield. There's the toss play. Running back is all over the field on these tosses and runs. And we are inside of 2 minutes now. So at some point, they are probably going to have to switch to a pass play or two. That running play is just swallowed up. It's 3rd down and 8. Definitely 4-down territory, though, for the early Aughts Armada. They got 2 downs. A sack on 3rd down will leave them with 4th and long. This is for all the marbles, folks. A handoff. Oh, my Lord. The early Aughts Armada squandering an opportunity to take the lead in the final seconds of the game. The All-Stars are going to kick the door shut here on this play. Touchdown, Eternia All-Stars. They will go up by 12 now, and I've learned my lesson. I will not take this extra point for granted. He does get it, though. Doesn't matter too much, though, because the early Aughts Armada need 2 touchdowns, and they need them quick. All right, here we go. Gonna need to see some better play calling than what we saw in the last series. Big sack there by the Eternia defensive line, Prince Adam. A handoff straight up the middle. I do not know what has happened to the head coach of the early Aughts Armada. He may have already snuck off to Key West to enjoy the off season. Somewhere where they sail boats, big boats. Oh my goodness. On 4th down, they come up about a yard short, and that'll do it, folks. This is the end of another wonderful season here in Tecmo Owners League. I thought I was done with my announcing duties, but forgot about the bowl games. Congratulations, Mike Petrosic, although I'm not sure whether or not this makes up for your conference game loss. I will see you next season, folks. This is Joe Shitbag Dirtbag Rage Quit Mitchell signing off.